purchaser is liable for the transfer duty, the transfer cost, and then the bond cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm here with JD from Dykes van Heerden, and JD is going to tell us the difference between transfer duty and transfer costs, because a lot of people, especially my first-time homeowners or first-time buyers, ask me, what's the difference? Over to you, JD.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for having me on your little chat show again. I really appreciate it. So this is a question we get a lot. And yes, it's mostly asked by first-time home buyers, but we need to remember that people buy maybe 2-3 houses in their lifetime. So it's understandable that even persons who have bought and sold get confused by this. So transfer duty, whenever you hear the word duty, you always think SARS, and that money needs to be paid to SARS. So the good news is currently you don't pay any transfer duty if your property is being bought for less than 1,210,000 rand. But just because there isn't transfer duty payable doesn't mean that there isn't a transfer fee payable or transfer cost payable, because the attorney, aka me, is still doing the transfer and I would like to get paid. So because of that, just because transfer duty isn't payable, it doesn't mean that transfer costs won't be payable. And of course, if you buy over 1,210,000 rand, unfortunately, you have to pay both transfer costs and transfer duty.
Yes, so transfer duty is the tax involved in the transaction, and then the costs are for you.
Yes. And then if the purchaser is buying with a bond, you would also need to pay bond costs as well. So purchaser is liable for the transfer duty, the transfer cost, and then the bond cost. But remember, if you're buying cash, of course, there won't be a bond attorney. The seller in turn needs to pay the bond cancellation cost if they haven't yet cancelled their bond. And this is a question I get so often. But my bond is paid up. Why must I pay bond cancellation costs? Well, unfortunately, we need to have that bond cancelled in the deeds office, and therefore we need to pay the deeds officer fee, and the attorney also needs to be paid a fee to do the bond cancellation. The good news for your purchaser sellers is that Dykes van Heerden are on the panels of all the major banks, so we can be your transferring attorney, your bond attorney, and your bond cancellation attorney all at once.
Love it. And they are brilliant, just saying.
Oh, thank you, Melissa.
Thanks so much for your time, JD. If anyone has any more questions that they'd like to ask JD in future videos, send me a message in the comments below and I'll make sure that we address it.
Thank you, Melissa. Looking forward to it. Bye.
And remember, Melissa moves you home.